Johnny Bones Jones defends his light heavyweight title against Thiago Santos at UFC 239. This is the battle camp. Please hit the subscribe button. You'll find it at the bottom right hand corner of your screen. So this is the last video of the kind of series of videos I've done this week, kind of looking at all the fights on the main card and predicting the winner. And I think this will probably be my shortest video, because if you're an MMA fan, then you won't be picking Thiago Santos to win this fight. I don't think there's anyone on this planet, on God's green earth, that watches MMA that thinks Santos is going to win this fight. Apart from now, because I genuinely believe that Santos has the tools to cause an upset. No, I don't. Oh, of course I fucking don't. He's got no chance. He's got no chance in hell, like Vince McMahon used to say during the Attitude Era. I'm not even going to sit here and tell you about what Santos' strengths and weaknesses are and what John Jones' strengths and weaknesses are, because I feel like John Jones is just so much better than Santos in every single area of mixed martial arts. It's just an academic, it's a box ticking exercise. John Jones is going to win this fight. The only thing that John Jones has got to be wary of is the fact that Santos does carry power. He can't be careless, he can't be sloppy, he can't overlook Santos, and he's just got to go in there and do what he does and he'll get the win. And judging by the way John Jones has performed in the past, the only time where you might say he may have kind of been a bit flat because he might have underestimated his opponent was when he fought Vincent Prude. And I don't think he'll make that mistake again. So it'll be a win for John Jones. I think John Jones will spend the first round just figuring Santos out a little bit. I think in the second or third round he'll strike Santos with a limb. So it'll be a punch, an elbow, a knee, a kick. I think he'll hurt Santos. He'll get Santos to the ground and pound him until the referee pulls John Jones off of Santos. I just wanted to talk a little bit about Santos, to be fair. So I was looking at the run that he had to secure this title shot, and I remember at the time it was kind of like a close call. Should it be Smith? Should it be Santos? And Smith got the nod, and Santos went and beat Jan Blachowicz, and then he was next in line. But looking at the three fights he's won, Eric Anders, Manuwa, and Blachowicz, I know hindsight's a wonderful thing, but just looking back at those fights, it's not enough. That shouldn't have secured him a title shot. When he beat Eric Anders, there was a lot of hype around Anders. There was a lot of momentum because he had potential, and Santos beat him. But then Anders' performance after that loss haven't been great either. He just hasn't realised the potential that people thought he had. So he just isn't as good as what people thought he was going to be. Manuwa, the version of Manuwa that Santos beat was an aging, a guy that was past his prime, a guy that had peaked a couple of years prior, and I'm not sure whether that would have been the same result if this was Manuwa from 3 or 4 years ago when he was a genuine top 5 contender in the light heavyweight division. That's kind of illustrated by the fact that Manuwa was coming off a loss to Jan Blachowicz, and 3 or 4 years prior, Manuwa had beaten Blachowicz quite comfortably. And talking about Blachowicz himself, I spoke about him a little bit previously because obviously he's fighting Luke Rockhold on the same card. Blachowicz is a guy, like I said before, he's well-rounded, he's a veteran, he's experienced, and he's very professional. But he's not someone that you can say is great at any one thing. He's never going to be a champion. He's never had the potential to get to a level where you could say, yeah, this guy can be the champion. I think he's in the top 10. He's in the top 10 of the rankings at the moment, more down to circumstance rather than his own ability, because this is the weaker, the light heavyweight division has ever been. So the reason I'm making this point about Santos' route to getting a title shot is, now that he's here, this is literally the top level of the light heavyweight division. Not just the light heavyweight division, in MMA in general. And I just don't think Santos has the tools to compete. And if you look at the betting odds, which I don't really need to, because obviously, like I said before, Santos isn't going to win this fight. John Jones is 7-1 odds on favourite, whereas Thiago Santos is 9-2 underdog. That's the biggest discrepancy. If you look at all of the fights on this card, this is the biggest discrepancy in the pricing for a fight. So that kind of just that tells you all you need to know. Let me know what you guys think. Put your comments below. How do you think this fight is going to play out? How do you think John Jones is going to win? If you genuinely believe Santos is going to win, just, you know, write it down, and then I'll just write lol in response. Um, if Santos wins, it will genuinely be the biggest upset in MMA history, maybe combat sport history, and I'm not even exaggerating. But yeah, don't forget to like this video, hit the like button, and if you've liked what I've said or you've been interested in what I'm saying, maybe share it with a friend. Maybe your friend might like it too. Enjoy the fights, guys, and I will make another video recapping the fights on Sunday morning. So I'll catch you. I'll catch you next time.